Hello everyone, I am Plankara. Today we're going to continue rigging Shalom from Path to Nowhere. I was taking a look at everything, in funny bald spots included, and I just found a couple of areas that I want to tweak before I go into working on the left side of her hair here. There's just a little spot in her bang here that I'm not quite happy with. It's super minor, but it was bothering me, so I kind of want to fix it. And it's like, it's right here, right in the front. So, I like to put a little bit of extra care into these areas. Just... okay, maybe not there. Let's see if that's sufficient to fix what was bothering me. Close. Close, actually. So yeah, it probably just is this light area right here. And I just moved it a little bit too much. Fairly common for me. I'm trying to be very gentle here. The slightest of little mouse movements. Very difficult when I have a hand this clumsy, but it's doing its best. Okay. So yeah, that was just a super minor thing, but it was bothering me, so I kind of wanted to touch it. And then a little bit on this strand right here. We'll see if I can get that to move the way I want. I may not be able to. Okay, no, that actually helped a lot. Okay, cool. And then the other spot was right around here. I still kind of feel like this area and this highlight is being pushed toward the left. This is another case where this area is very prominent and very easy to see, so I kind of want to put a little bit of extra care into it. You notice I'm not going quite this hard with some of the back hairs, or maybe you don't. I don't know. But I assure you, I am not going quite this hard with some of the back hair. And some of that stuff. That's because I do acknowledge that it's not important, and my time is valuable. I need to make sure that I'm putting effort into the right places. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. So now I'm gonna head back down here, where I was working on the lower part of this bang yesterday. I was able to go for a little longer, but I was getting pretty tired by the end. So, now I can get right back to it. Let's go right back where I left off. Try to get rid of some of this distortion in this strand here. Because right now it's a little bit crunchy. You can see it's kind of twisting weirdly and all this stuff that you really don't want in your hair. You do not want weirdly twisting stuff in your hair. That's just that'd just be bad. Okay. Well, let's see here. I don't know, it still looks a little bit warped to me. Okay, let's go in. Let's really go in here. I was hoping that that would be what we call good enough, even if it's not exactly perfect, but it is not. It still looks really distorted. So I gotta go in and... Okay, is it just because these triangles are getting a little bit crooked? It might be. Let's straighten out the triangles and see what happens. Sometimes that's all you can do. Definitely does not want to cooperate, though. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, let me see. I feel like Can I pull this a little bit closer to the edge? In order to do that, I think I'd have to do something like this, where I push in these outer vertices. Still got some stuff to kind of get in there, but I think it's a little bit better. Let's see, I'm staring at the highlight above that spot that I was just working on. So I feel like it being squeezed is kind of inevitable, but this is like a bad squeeze. Squeeze that I should fix. Well, let's take a look. See if I can't floof this out in just the right way, that it all looks okay. I think I lowered it. Okay, yeah. Let's push it back up. Just a little bit higher here. And probably here too. And I'll straighten out the triangles so that hopefully it all continues to look nice. Alright, let's try that. I am a little bit worried about some of the lumpiness on the side there, but I know some of it is actually in the front view, so that's going to be a little bit hard to shake out. But I'll see what happens. I'm going to try to fix the edges a little bit here. Just kind of pull everything over. I felt like there was a lump over here somewhere. I can't remember exactly where I saw it, but it doesn't really matter. There was general lumpiness, and then there was like a really bad lump. I didn't feel like everything was aligning correctly. That looks better. Yeah, that's much better, actually. Okay, and this line is actually going downward, so I want to push him back up. A shame, since I think it's finally starting to look good, but it's okay, nothing to be done. If it's in the wrong place, it's in the wrong place, and I need to fix it. All there is to it. So let's start lifting things back up a little bit. Might be a little bit why I was having trouble getting it into the right spot before, too. But yeah, that's much better. Man, a lot of stuff is actually looking like it's being pushed down. That's the hazard of trying to work on something when you're feeling a little bit fatigued. You miss stuff. It's okay. I think it ended up being worth it in the long run, but I am gonna have to kind of just very gently move stuff back up a little. Yeah, that's a bit too much. Okay, let's get rid of the second pull. Yeah, that's a bit better, I think. Alright, now I'm gonna start straightening out this again. Get rid of all the crunchiness here. Pray that it plays well with everything else. Looks like it is. Yes, I do believe it is playing just fine. Which probably means that I have everything in the right place. Insert big sigh of relief from me here. Phew. It's always a worry. Okay. So how's that in terms of, like, location? I still feel like over here needs to be a little bit straighter. I have it, like, curving in because I do like my curves and my circles. So let's start trying to pull things out a little bit here. Get over here just a little bit straighter. And hopefully that'll fix the problem that I'm seeing here. Okay, like all of the highlights and stuff are in the wrong place, but this is turning a little bit better, I think. I just need to straighten things out, make everything look nice. You could say, sketch successful. So now all I have to do is, refine the details and make everything look very nice. Let's see, exactly how is this being distorted? That's the first question. As you can see, it's waving in a bad way. So how is this distortion happening? Everything is being pushed a little bit to the right. Okay. So now I can kind of look at that. Now that I know that everything is moving a little bit too far to the right, I can move everything over to the left. And hopefully that'll fix a lot of the distortion. Oh yeah. Look at it just kind of start to melt away. Now that I really understand the problem, I'm able to fix it fairly easily. Understanding is the first step. So something like that. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Alright. Let's see here. So it looks like these corners here are kind of moving upward. That means that I kind of want to push them down a little bit. And honestly, I think I want to pull this whole edge out just a tiny bit. There's something about the way I was covering her eye that was... Well, not covering her eye. It's the area lower than that. It's the cheeks. Covering her cheeks. That didn't look quite right, and that already looks a lot better, so I am happy. Super easy. Now I just gotta propagate it a little bit lower. I feel like a lot of stuff kind of lower on is affected by that. Okay, cool. I think that's a lot better. Alright, so I noticed... Yeah, it was going up a little bit, right? Yeah, I can see it still very much going up right around there. I think a lot of the other stuff kind of got fixed with my hand being unsteady as it is. So I don't see a lot of the other stuff going up quite as much anymore. Maybe I'm just too zoomed in. Let's zoom out a little. Yeah, it's definitely a bit better. So I feel like the angle on this highlight is wrong, so I'm gonna try to get that angle right, and then I'll worry about pushing it all back up here. There we go. This should let me do what I want, I think. The only way to know is to try it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Definitely getting somewhere. Okay, now let's just get rid of this distortion right through there. And that should be good for that area. Okay, there will be some place in the middle here. That makes neither of them distorted, I think. Neither this left area nor this right area. Okay. We'll pull it down a bit. Just because it looked like it was shifting upward a little. And I'm still focused on the top part here, so I'm not worried about any problems over here yet. One area at a time, and getting the top area done means that I have a fairly solid anchor for how the bottom should look. I think I'm ready to start moving a little bit lower. So it feels like I have something that almost feels like a rotation here. I'm not sure how to describe it other than it feels like it's rotating, even though it is clearly not. It's kind of amazing the tricks our brain can play on us when dealing with art. Just the way shading can make something that is completely two-dimensional look three-dimensional, and adding the movement can create various other illusions. I think it's pretty cool. The brain is cool. Neuroscience, definitely a fascinating field. A lot to it. There's definitely a lot to it. Still feel like it's shifting upward. Whoa, okay. I thought I hit the button. I did not. It's funny, when you're arming the parameter, it only lets you go onto your keyframe points. So I was bouncing back there, and I got a little bit surprised. Okay, still feel like over here needs to come out a little bit more. It's like I don't want to completely cover this eye. But I actually do like the amount it's covered here. It looks very mysterious. Suits Shalom as a character very well. Not quite sure what it is I'm seeing here. But I'm seeing something. You just pull it out a little bit too far? It is possible. Let's try that. Okay, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So now I'll go back, working my way toward the tip here. Not satisfied with how this bottom part of that shadow is moving. So let me see if I can move that a little bit to the right. As we get further and further down, it's very possible that I just may not be able to do what I want when you're dealing with an area getting smaller like this, it actually can get kind of hard to move things around super precisely. Because the vertices start rubbing up against each other and... well, it's just a big old mess. I'll do my best. All I can really do. Just gotta find the balance between letting this area point the right direction and letting this area be the right width. But man, I am not a fan. Okay. Let's just keep trying things. Let's just keep trying things. All I can really do. See what I can figure out via experimentation. This is probably good enough. Let me see. We'll zoom out here. Yeah, it just kind of looks like it's getting thinner now, I think. As opposed to squirming. I think I can make the effect work out a little bit better if I also mess with the highlight right around here. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but once again, I will try. I will not be deterred by things seeming a little bit hard. So let's see. Maybe? Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty okay. Now I just gotta fix down here. We'll keep going lower. I've been seeing that shifting upward and it's been bothering me, so I am happy to finally have an opportunity to fix it. Just kinda gotta pull everything down a little. Okay, so let's see. When I turn this, I see some stuff over here. It's like pinching together. Yes. That means some parts are going up and some parts are going down. And then there's a little spot right here that I think needs to floof outward a bit more. Be rounder. Always happy to put in some more roundness. Okay. Alright, and then get a little bit of attention to the things that are going up and down. See if that'll help me figure things out. It's like right now I'm not entirely sure what's bothering me, so I'll take whatever I can see and try to fix that. And then once I fix that, either the problem will go away or I'll be able to see it better. Either or. Okay. And that seems to be doing alright. I do not want to move that one too much, but I had to move it a little bit there. Okay. That was too... over here is too far. There's a lot going on over there that needs to be fixed. But I think we're ready to take a look over here, so let's do it. Let's do it. Look, we're almost to the tip. I already did a lot of work on the tip because I wanted to try something. And the effect, I thought was pretty cool. The way it now looks like it's kind of going further back into the distance. As opposed to remaining exactly the same. I was able to do a neat perspective trick, and that always makes me happy. just a small thing, but it does make me happy. Okay, and then I feel like there's a little bit of a lump right there, so let's see if I can get rid of that. That was the only real problem I saw there, even though I was, zoomed in to almost 600%. So, good sign. Alright, that's very minor, so let's see how things look out here now. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. We'll see if the me of tomorrow agrees when I go back and look over things, but considering every day I feel like I'm having to tweak less and less, I think that reasonable odds there. So let's put this area back. I think this is the area I want to do next. Although it already doesn't look half bad. First, see a big movement I want to do down here, so I'll grab the brush. And we'll kind of push this over the right a little bit. Yeah, that's already a lot better. Okay. There actually aren't too many problems with this one. I think a lot of it is just... I kind of want to make a lot of the patterns inside here move out a little bit. And be a little bit more curved this way. To really just sell the direction of the head turn. Have the areas that'll be more overlapped, look a little bit more overlapped, and all that good stuff. It'll take some experimentation to kind of get things the way I want, but let's start here. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Still need to clean it up, but the idea is definitely solid, I think. So I think that's perfect. So let's just start straightening things up and making sure that there's no distortion anywhere. Fortunately, there wasn't that much distortion. I actually thought that area would be much harder. But, it's looking like it's not going to be that bad. Okay. I still see some stuff I need to fix near the top. I guess today I decided to start at the bottom, but... even though I do think overall it is better to start at the top. I'm trying to figure out how to get this strand to do what I want it to do. Sometimes easier said than done. This one's not wanting to cooperate that much. Let's see if that looks any good. Not bad at all, honestly. There's a couple of points that still need to be fixed up, but that is entirely expected. Really was not expecting this to just come together quite so easily. With as detailed as this hair area is, I thought that it would be a bit of a nightmare. Always nice when art works out. I'm certainly not going to complain. Yeah, just a little bit more, mostly in how the turn is happening. It's like I see this being a bit weird. Wonder why I meshed it like that. Who knows? Sure, the me of a couple of weeks ago has an explanation. Too bad I can't ask her. Okay, I'm gonna need to hide that side bang there. Okay, yeah. It'll be much easier to fix the distortion here. Now that I can actually see it, it's not covered up by something else. So I'm just gonna be very careful. Move things very gently. And try to get things in a good spot. Spot where they can be happy. And where everything will look good. Alright, how's that? Still feel like this little tip is not moving quite right. Yeah, I still see there is still a little bit of distortion there that I should fix. And definitely fix. Okay. So now we'll see if that's any better. Now that all that wave is gone. Okay, it looks like it's going a little bit too high. I'm actually going to take a look from this angle here. Maybe a little. I'm honestly surprised it's so noticeable. This doesn't really seem like it should be that big deal at all. Okay. Every time I just try again. That obviously looks a little bit weird, but let's turn the main bang on and see if I have to care. I don't. Cool. I kind of want to revisit the tip of this strand here now. I feel like the very bottom here is getting a little bit distorted. What layer is that? This one? Okay. So I just kind of want to straighten this out a little. See if that's any better. It's like it was a fairly minor difference, but sometimes those little differences can add up. As you can see, I'm getting the brush, so you know something big is coming. It's not that big, but I feel like this should be fluked out just a little bit more. We'll smooth it all out. I'll smooth it all on out. And then make these other little minor changes that I think will help. If I remember correctly, I didn't actually do the lower part of the strand, I only did the upper part. So it makes sense that there's a few parts that are a little bit off. Makes a lot of sense. We just gotta give him a little bit more attention. Like if something's just not looking quite right, just give it a little bit more attention. Sometimes it just needs a hug. And then everything will be fine. Still feel like it's shifting a bit, so let's keep adjusting that. I'm gonna get a little tiny brush here and just really focus on only moving things like right over here. I'm gonna try to avoid moving anything a little further to the left. Just want that one edge here. Oh yeah, that's already much better. Look at that. Okay. Now I can just keep doing my little tweaks. Find where these vertices need to live in order to live their best lives. Okay. It's really close, but I do feel like there is something a little bit off right through here. I'm gonna pull this out just a little bit more. I don't really want to touch down there, but up here, I do think it needs to floof out just a little bit more. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. So now I'm gonna go into the inside a little bit. There I was mostly focused on the outside, and then I noticed that this dark area here was shifting more than I would like. That means that some of these vertices are in the wrong place, and that's probably not helping the exterior look correct as well. I just kind of gotta get him into place. Okay, now I'm seeing on the outside, kind of right over here. I just need to make that area a little bit rounder, I think. Just a little bit. It doesn't need too much attention. Just maybe a pat on the head and a thumbs up. Who knows? I'd noticed that it was shifting downward a bit, so I'm gonna shift it on upward again. Still a little bit crunchy, but that's okay. It's a work in progress. I'm mostly focused on the outside, so I'm worrying a little bit less about crunchiness on the inside. It's like they all kind of go together. Like if there's crunchiness on the inside, that's a good sign that something's not in the right place. But I can only focus on one thing at a time. If I try to focus on several different things, I'm probably just going to get them all wrong, so... There we go, that's a lot better. And now I can go back to just kind of looking at all this. I do feel like I've gotten pretty much everything above there looking pretty okay. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better. With the structure of the mesh, I can't really make this rounder. That dark area, at least. Where'd it go? That's you, right? Yeah. I'll do a little bit. But I'm pretty limited in what I can do here. But I do want to fix this right here. Right here should not be as crunchy as it is. Okay, so let's see. I still feel like there's a little bit of shifting happening right through there. So I'm gonna do some intense staring. Really stare it down and see where I feel like the problem is. think the problem is actually going to be on the other layer, so we're going to hide this again. That's where I said I didn't have to care up there. Turns out I do. Alas. But not exactly unexpected. Let's try to straighten this out a little bit. It's like, it's only in the interpolation that I really see the problem. I don't really see it at the end. It would make sense that it's someplace that gets hidden eventually. So this is still kind of distorted, but I want to check to see if I'm on the right track. Somewhat, maybe. It does seem like there is an actual problem on that one strand. But I'll go ahead and fix things on this layer first. I'll try to get rid of the distortion here. And then I think with that distortion gone, that should give me a good idea of where everything is supposed to go. Let's see, how is this actually shaped? Okay. Sometimes I just switch back to the front view for reference. You can let me know how things looked before I started morphing things around like this. So maybe something like that. Let's just go ahead and leave the funny bald spot for a second. Let me take a look around. Yeah, I think I still see a bit of a problem over here. A little hard to see without the main front bang there. I wanted to take a quick look. Yeah, right here. Let's keep the front bang on for this. This time we will eliminate funny bald spot. And try to get all this into the right place. This looks like it's not coming out quite far enough. Looks like it's still shifting upward a little bit, so let's try to push things down just a little. A bigger brush for this. And just very gently pull things down just a little bit. Okay, now there's... I'm almost certain it's on this layer. I just pull things out here a little bit. I think that should fix it. Just a weird little bit here. Man, it's like 90% of the way there. Let's go hide here again. Okay. Part of it is just I only see it in motion. So even though it's covered, it'll still be visible in the interpolation. That'll be the area between the two keyframes. I think that might be okay though. The minor shifting upward is probably not that important. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. Now I see something here. Or it looks like that black spot is like going to the left. Let's see if I can fix that. This is why I thought working with this would be a lot harder. And indeed, there's a few points that are proving to be just a little bit difficult here. But still, it's looking like I will be able to finish this area today, and that's very nice. At that point, all that's left is all the stuff on her, kind of going onto her shoulder. Man, then we can do strands and then the shadows. It'll be almost done. I can finally finish the left and right head turns. The other way, I'm gonna have to just do the whole thing over again, basically, unfortunately. I don't think... Like, I think I can save what I did with the mesh group. And kind of just mirror that. But even that might need some... tweaking. But unfortunately the hair is just not at all symmetrical, so... I can't really save myself any effort with it. Like, it's about as far from symmetrical as you can get. Like, look at that. Even the center part of it. Not even in the middle. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so let's see here. That means probably... No, that's a strand. There should be like a main clump here. Strands. Okay, there it is. So I think that's the next part to work on. We'll just work our way down. Start up here, and then start working over here. I'm gonna turn the body on for a bit. I might need to turn it off, but I want to make sure that things are all okay here. Yeah, I think over here is looking pretty okay. Kinda looks like it's there, but this is, I think, moving a little bit too much. I think this is actually a tweak I should make on the mesh group itself. I'll just take this, pull it back this way a little bit. The rest I'll just have to do on my own. But yeah, I think that's good enough. Alright, not floating head for a little while. Might go back to floating head though, just because I get the feeling that, yeah, I think I'm actually gonna do it right now. Just because seeing all the stuff underneath will be distracting. Kind of hard when one thing moves and another thing doesn't, and all that stuff. But it's good to know that I have it mostly looking good against the body there. At least the parts that I've really worked on. Alright, so this area. Let's take a look. What do I want to do with this? Where is that layer? It's this one, right? Yeah. It's like, man, I had to jump between 4 layers today. It's been a while since I've worked on that many in one day. Like, seriously worked on them. Not just, oh, my brain needs a quick break, so let's, just do some minor tweaks. Or big picture stuff. Alright, so I kind of want to get the shape overall a little bit more accurate here. I'm not going to mind a lot of the distortion too much. It'll get fixed. I need to kind of tackle it one area at a time. So perhaps something like that. Okay. And then I think a lot of this is just going to have to be more precision edits. So let's start getting in there. I think I'm actually going to hide these 2 layers here. Let's just focus on this part. I think they were making it a little bit hard for me to see. Just focus on 1 layer at a time. If you get every layer right, that means everything is in the right place. So it works out. Man, the mesh I did in the tip here is a little bit messy. I'm not surprised. I tend to go just a little bit crazy when I'm doing all the meshes. It takes a while to go through them all. Alright, so how's this looking? I think I'm gonna start up near the top here and work my way down again. Because I still see a lot of shifting up here. Like, a lot. And if I don't know up here is good, then how can I really know that everything lower is also good? I see a lot of shifting upward here, so I'm trying to get it all down into a good spot. Something like that, maybe. Wow, it still looks like it's really going up. Look at that. Okay. We gotta go hard here. Here I am, just trying to be gentle. But no, it's like way far off. Gotta go hard. Man, even with that, it's still shifting slightly up. It's just not that bad anymore. Incredible. I wonder how it got all the way up there. I mean, I say that, but I know the answer is I put it there, but still. Because, man, even looking there, I still have to put it a little bit lower. Like, the shift isn't that bad anymore. So I don't have to do too much, but... And then down here is actually shifting downward a little bit. Probably some residue from when I was hardcore moving everything down. Let's try to get some of this going on up here. Like parts of it are too high and parts of it are too low. I still need to find that balance. Okay, but we're getting somewhere. Let me floof out over here a little bit, and then I can start worrying about the inside. Let's make out here a little bit rounder. Okay, and then I curled this a little bit, so hopefully that'll look nice. Yeah, I think so. Still gotta kind of push some things into a good spot, but it's getting better. Slowly but surely. Alright, let's do up here. Start curling this, making it look nice. And then over here. These kind of go together, so let's see how that is. Okay, that might be a little bit too much curling. Gotta temper my like of circles. Stop it from going too out of control. It's like right here doesn't want to be a circle. Right here just kind of wants a gentle curve. A soft curve. Maybe a little bit more curve. We can make it a little bit more circular. Okay. Just don't want to hurt its feelings, you know? Try to force it into being something it's not. But it's okay when interests align. Be round. Okay. And I think over here needs to be much, much further to the right. So much that I think I'm actually going to go to small brush to do it for me. I think it'd be pretty annoying to move all of those vertices one by one. 'Cause it needs to get way over there. Okay. That's probably too much, but it's okay. We'll start there. Wow. Not... Actually, that's pretty close to being right. Yeah, it really needed to get over there. I don't know how it ran all the way into that other spot, but hopefully it'll be happier out there. Wants to go hide behind this other strand. It was feeling exposed. Okay. Okay, and now I think I want some of this stuff a little bit more this way. Maybe something like this. Alright, here is still sliding a little bit. Let's just pull this back just a little bit. And I think I actually want this to come this way as well. A lot of these layers are just a little bit too far to the left. Well, I say layers, but this is all one layer. These areas, I'll call them areas. Somehow they just got a little bit too far to the left. Now they don't know what they're doing over there. Still feel like it's sliding a little bit, but... What do I do about that? Not that one. This one. There we go. So it's like these two kind of have to be moved together. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now if I make this a little bit less round, I think that'll actually be correct. This one. Okay. Continually picking the wrong layer. It's okay. This is pretty close. Let me just do some intense staring here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good, actually. Let's visit this lower part now. And then, once I've had my fill of that, I think that's where I will end for today. I want to try to get a little bit done right through here. Just kind of want to straighten things out right through here. Got a little bit thin there. Yeah, that's definitely better. Then I just need to make the fine adjustments by myself. It's okay. I don't mind touching the vertices myself. They're my friends, and I just want to help them out. to the good spots. Okay, I still feel like this area has to come out a little bit more. Not you. You. Yes, we're working on this area now. I think that other area is already pretty happy. Must be surprised every time I accidentally click on it. Just like, nah, right here's pretty good. You can go give some attention to someone else. Overall, I do feel like this is getting pretty close, though. Pretty close to just everything being in the right spot. I feel like that was a little bit too high. Yeah, now I think the tip is in the right spot. Everything else just needs to be kind of adjusted around it accordingly. And actually, now that I look at it, I think up here needs to stick out a little bit more too. Just like right there. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit better. And then I think right here needs to stick out a bit more. And I'll fix everything up around it after. Kind of want to get the points that stick out. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably good. And then I'll go out. There we go. Definitely much better. So we'll keep going. I think stuff over here needs to puff out a little bit more too. Okay, so now I just need to kind of clean all that up. Get everything puffing out relative to each other correctly. And I also wanted this to be a little bit further to the right. Yeah, there we go. Alright, still got a lot more work to do on the tip there, but I think I'm pretty happy with my progress for today. So, let's have some fun, do a new expression. I think I want some angry eyebrows today. I guess I don't actually look that angry, but they do look a bit mischievous. Have some fun with my parameters. I think they're good here. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it there. Alright, well, thank you all for coming. If you'd like me to take a look at your own creative projects, whether that be art, writing, coding, game design, any creative pursuit you can think of, feel free to message or at me on Twitter or Instagram and I'll take a look and maybe leave some comments. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.